Hi everyone, my name is Osiron Benard, the founder and managing director of Apple Vision Limited. I'm very happy today. It's a Sunday, and I want to sincerely thank God for loving and keeping us safe. And I want to thank you for adhering to COVID-19 SOPs. Thank you. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to our third session about business sustainability. It's unfortunate this was supposed to be yesterday, but I had interviews with engineer Jefferson Costa from Brazil, and I was unable to make this video happen yesterday. The interviews were about chemical engineering and sustainable development. It was a very good one, and I advise you to make a follow-up, watch, and learn. If you want to get the video, please go to our platforms: Facebook, Apple Vision Limited, Uganda; LinkedIn, Apple Vision Limited; and on YouTube, Apple Vision Limited. If you have not yet subscribed to our channels, please go to YouTube, go to LinkedIn, go to Facebook, and like and subscribe to our channel such that you get updates when they come. Now, Apple Vision Limited is a group of consulting engineers, accountants, planners, environmentalists, lawyers, and other technical experts who are well organized to deliver excellence. And that's why our slogan is excellence above world class. We help our clients to develop sustainable business and engineering projects across various industries and sectors, among which include manufacturing, oil and gas, building and construction, water and environment, transportation, and many other sectors. If you want to learn more about us, you can visit our website www.applevisionltd.com. You will get to know the details about our company, our vision, and what we actually do. Now, in this session, we are going to talk about business sustainability. And the question is, how do you build and develop a sustainable business? I've had an opportunity to interact with a number of entrepreneurs, both developed and potential entrepreneurs, and I've learned a number of things from them. You know, if you want to understand the mind of someone, listen to their words. Now, I believe everyone has a business idea, and they plan at one point to launch their business ideas. But one thing I've learned is there is always fear for failure. And that's what is holding many potential entrepreneurs back. they fear to fail. But I want you to take this seriously from me, that failure is not the end point of titration, but rather it's a point of inflection in the journey of success. So you don't need to fear to fail. One thing I've realized that developed entrepreneurs are actually risk takers. They took substantial amount of risk. While potential entrepreneurs fear to take any amount of risk. That's why they are still holding back. But what I want to tell you is the difference between success and having an idea is risk appetite. What is your risk appetite? How much risk are you willing to absorb? Because if you fear risk of failing, then you will never launch any business idea. Even if you have it. If you don't have it, please, my best advice to you is think outside the box. If you are a pharmacist, if you are a doctor, an engineer, an accountant, a chemist, a professor, a doctor, and you don't have a business idea, take this advice. 1, think outside the box. Thinking outside the box means, much as you are a professional in that particular field, the world is bigger than that field of yours or your specialty area. Look at the world as a system, and you are a component, just a tiny component within the system, a tiny component. Now, the more you confine your thinking, the more you confine your minds in your specialty area, the more you don't know what is happening outside the world. And yet business ideas are outside the world. I mean, think outside the box. Understand how the world operates. Know where the world is coming from, where the world is, and where the world is going. There are 3 times: the present time, which is today, the past time, and the future time. For the present time, it is because of the actions that happened in the past time. And therefore, the future time entirely depends on your thinking today. You are a professor, you are a doctor, you are an engineer, because in the past times you went to school. So that's how the world operates. The world has evolved from the traditional society to the present society that we call the modern society. And now where is the world going? Sustainable modern society. So the key issue there is sustainability. So that's why I have decided to make a series of presentations about business sustainability to help the business community understand the concept of sustainability from first principles. If you're a potential entrepreneur or you are already a developed entrepreneur, what keeps you going or thinking about launching the business you have? Have you taken time to think about a good business idea? Do you think the business idea you have is actually a good business idea? Is it a feasible business idea? I want us to first understand business idea before we go into sustainability, because there are two phases I would want to talk about. There is a phase of launching a business, and then there is a phase of developing your business. So it all starts with a business idea. What is a good business idea? Can you tell me? You can comment below there and tell us what you think is a good business idea. Well, one thing I want to tell you about business idea is it must solve a problem. If you have a business idea and you're calling it a business idea and it doesn't solve a problem, a societal problem, then you don't need to drop it, but you need to refine it. You need to rethink through and refine it. Okay? See, this is water. Water is life. You don't need to joke with water. Sorry. So a business idea should solve a problem. That is obvious. Otherwise, it's not a business idea, it's something else. So you need to think through your business idea or the idea you have or that you're about to. What are you aiming at? What are you solving? And where is it taking the world? Looking at the current world, is it bringing forward a positive impact or a negative impact? Now, when you understand that your business idea is a feasible one, then you can think of launching it. And now when you launch it, it gets to the market, okay? It gets to the market, and market, the dynamics there are a bit sophisticated. That's why the concept of business sustainability comes in. Every day, there are many businesses that are launched across the world. Some businesses take 1 year. Some businesses take less than a year. Some businesses even collapse after 10 years. Why do these businesses collapse? What do you need to build and develop a sustainable business. Yes? We go to school. Me, I have a Bachelor's of Science in Industrial Chemistry and an MBA from Makerere University. And because I've been in the industry, this is what I can tell you. When we go to these universities, we collect knowledge and skills. Now, the bottom line is knowledge. Skills, you can be knowledgeable and you're not skilled. And because you're not skilled, your knowledge may not help you. So, you need a skill to make the best of your knowledge. Because knowledge is just an understanding about a phenomenon. Just to understand that matter is anything that occupies space and has weight. That's knowledge. You're knowledgeable and you know what matter is. And then the other thing is the ability. Now, ability is the most important ingredient because it requires you to have knowledge, skill, and then because of the ability, you'll be able to transform the knowledge and skill to create output. So what I'm trying to say is that there are many scholars out there who have published a lot of articles about business sustainability that you can take time and read about. As I've always said, that what usually distinguishes between a failure and a success, information asymmetry is part, or information gap plays a big role. So if you're planning to get into the industry or the market, then you need to fight so hard to close that gap of information. You need information for you to succeed. You need information. Your success depends on how much you know. Otherwise, you're depending on luck. The most prominent scholar who has written about sustainability, that I would call sustainable advantages, is a professor of strategic management called Michael Porter. He's a professor of strategic management at Harvard University in USA. He has written a lot of articles about sustainability. Please, I request that you can read about him and you will change your thinking and you will not be the same. Okay? So, the main question today is, what do you need to build and develop a sustainable business? A sustainable business is the one that does not compromise the social system. It does not compromise with the economic system. It does not compromise with the environmental system. The economic system deals with the production, distribution, and the consumption of goods and services in an efficient and effective manner. So the economic system addresses the concept of scarce resources. So in that regard, it looks at how these scarce resources can be allocated effectively and efficiently, such that you can create an operational profit for your business. You know, there are people who concentrate on generating revenue at all costs. But revenue does not mean you are profitable. Because for as long as your liabilities outweigh your assets, then you're leading to failure. So if you want to build a sustainable business, then you should make sure your business does not compromise with the economic system. Then the other system about is the social system. Now the social system looks at the society, the gender issues. Does your business address gender issues? Does it give equal opportunities to all? The race. Your business should not be discriminating. It looks at the religion, cultural identity. Does your business embrace diversity, human diversity? So all those society issues, if you want to build a sustainable business, then you should not compromise with any. And then the other system is about the environment. You know, the environment is where human life is, and the quality of human life depends on the quality of the environment. And the environment is the source of the resources that you use in your business. And the environment still is the dumping ground for your wastes that your business generates. So if you want to build a sustainable business, then your business should not at any one point compromise with the natural carrying capacity of the environment. Pollution. How does your business manage pollution? Loss of biodiversity. How does your business contribute to no loss of biodiversity? So these are key issues that you need to put at the forefront at all levels of decision making. Now, to build a sustainable business, you need like three things. You need the vision. Vision is your future desired position. Like when you look at yourself today and project into the future, 5 years or over, or 3, where do you want to be as a business? I want to assure you that if you don't have a vision, then you're simply depending on luck. And you cannot sustainably develop your business basing on luck. Never. So you need to have a vision for your business right from the start. Now, since you have got the vision, How do you get there? How do you get to your desired future position? That is what many business owners fail to understand. It is called strategy. So, when you have your vision, make sure you have a strategy for achieving your vision. Strategy is like a roadmap that leads you to where you want to be. In addition, it gives you which resources you need to have for you to reach where you want to go. It as well stipulates possible courses of action that you need to undertake for you to reach where you want to be in the future. Now, when it comes to strategy, I want you to pay much attention. Strategy is implemented in phases, and we shall talk about those phases. Every business or every organization is divided into levels. There is the corporate level, which crafts the vision, decides which businesses to undertake, which resources to use. Corporate level. Then we have the strategic business unit level. Corporate, then strategic business unit level. Now the strategic business unit level is about marketing. How are we going to get into the market? How are we going to compete? How are we going to create competitive advantages? And how are we going to sustain our competitive advantages? If you're a manufacturing company and you have various products, each of these products, there is a corresponding market. The strategy for market A or for product A may not be the same as that for product B. Meaning you will have to design strategies for each individual market for your respective products. So, what is your marketing strategy? How do you plan to compete? How are you going to position yourself in the market? Are you different from your competitors? Why do you think customers should come and buy from you and not your competitors? What is that unique thing that your product delivers? So now when it comes to that second level, I want to talk about 3 strategies that you can adopt These strategies were published by Professor Michael Porter, and they are the generic key strategies that usually businesses adopt at a strategic business level to compete in the market. The first one is differentiation strategy. Differentiation strategy requires you to be unique from your competitors. Your product should deliver unique properties from your competitors. And with differentiation strategy, it means that you have to embrace a certain level of creativity and innovation for it to look unique from your competitors. How do you create unique value? That's why I told you that your business should embrace social issues. If your business has a diverse work team, it means there is room for creativity and innovation. You can get diverse opinions from your employees, and you see how you can create unique value. But I want to guide you today about value innovation. There are 4 things to look at when you're trying to create value, new value for your customers. When you look at the competition, there are always those features that the competition depends on. So those features are very relevant. So you need to enhance on those features. Then there are those that your business has, but they are irrelevant. When you look at your business, you realize that you have got some elements which are actually not helping you to compete or even to create value for your customer, but you're spending money on them. Please do away with those elements because they don't help you to create value. Eliminate them. And then you need to think through how to introduce in new features. Sometimes we call them customer delights. Customer delights is something that is appealing to a customer. Maybe the customer didn't expect it, but all of a sudden, the customer finds it with your product, but non-existing on your competitors' products. So you need to think through how to create new customer delights such that you can attract these customers. And then another thing you can think about is there are some features that your business is relying on minimally, at a minimal capacity, but they are very relevant when it comes to creating customer value. So in that case, you need to have the capacity to identify such features, and then you boost them. So differentiation can lead you to what we call part of value proposition. What is your value proposition to the customer? You get? Why should the customer pick you and leave this other? You get? Then the other second strategy is about overall cost leadership. Overall cost leadership means that within your industry, you are operating at the lowest cost than other competitors. If you manage to operate at a very low cost in a stiff competition, where the market conditions are determined by the market forces of demand and supply, it means you can command a higher profit margin than your competitor who is operating at a higher cost. When I talk about low cost and higher cost, I mean operational costs. The costs incurred when you're creating value for your customer. The costs incurred when you're creating your good, your product or service that you eventually take to the market for selling. Because you don't have the capacity to determine the prices in the market. The market forces of demand and supply have the capacity. So when you take up that strategy of overall cost leader, then possibly you can create some advantages for yourself as a business. Then the third strategy you can think about is called the focus strategy. The focus strategy requires you to identify focus areas, market segments. You keenly study this market and then you divide the market into segments. You can maybe based on age, that's young, aged, like that. You categorize them, or in terms of location, or in terms of gender. Then in each of these segments, you study their needs. You look at segment A. What is the need for segment A? What's the need for segment B? What's the need for segment C? Then you focus your efforts to satisfy those needs in a unique manner. So those are the three strategies that you can adopt at a strategic business level. Then the third level, because I said the first level is the corporate level, the second level is the strategic business unit level, and then the third level is the functional level. Functional level is where now action takes place. As a business or as organization, it is a system which is made up of different functions. There is a production function, marketing function, finance function, human resource function, procurement, and all related functions of your business. So at a functional level, what happens is that you design strategies which support the strategies you've adopted at a business unit level, which subsequently support the overall objective of the business as designed at a corporate level. So you can see the way it trickles from up, corporate level, business unit level, functional level. Now the functional level is what converts the plan that has been designed at higher levels into results. And the most important thing is the result, because that's what determines whether you're making a profit or a loss, and whether your business is going to be sustainable or not. So I want to say at this point is that the transition of your plan into outcomes is the most important function that you must pay very close attention, and that's what we call strategy execution. Strategy execution is very key. and we shall not get time to talk about strategy execution in this video, and that will be our next session. How do you ensure, how do you make sure that the plan you have designed is transformed into the results that you have predetermined? Which results should give you a profit, should satisfy the requirements of the society, should satisfy the requirements of the economic system, should satisfy the requirements of the environment in a sustainable manner. Please, if this video is important or has been important to you, please just like our channel, subscribe to our channel, and you'll get updates when they come. I told you information is very important if you want to succeed in the market. Information is very important if you want to succeed. And as I end this session, I want to enhance that. Think sustainably to develop a sustainable business. Thank you for listening.